Are you ready to become a great storyteller? Storytelling is an ancient art, but many struggle with common plotting errors. Did you know that 45% of readers abandon a book by the fourth chapter if it doesn't grab them? That's almost half. Shocking, right? Stories shape our world. From the campfire tales of old to today's blockbuster movies, a great story captivates and inspires. But creating a gripping narrative isn't always easy. In fact, over 70% of first-time writers admit to getting stuck in the middle of their stories. This video is here to help. We'll uncover the 6 most common plotting errors that can derail your story. More importantly, we'll show you how to fix them quickly. Imagine keeping your readers hooked from the first word to the last, just like J.K. Rowling or George R.R. Martin. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? We'll start by kicking off with how to make your story's beginning pop. Then, we'll dive into keeping your plot on track, making your characters feel real, avoiding those boring middle parts, creating surprising twists, and delivering a satisfying ending. Get ready to transform your storytelling skills. Let's jump in and make your stories unforgettable. Chapter 1: The Bland Beginning. Kickstart with a bang. Starting your story can be tricky. You want to grab your audience's attention right away. Did you know that a captivating opening can increase reader engagement by 40%? That's why it's crucial to avoid a bland beginning. Start with action, jump right into the heart of the story. For example, in The Hunger Games, Katniss is hunting in the woods in the first chapter. This immediately sets the tone and hooks the reader. Pose a compelling question, make your readers curious. J.K. Rowling begins Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone with a mysterious delivery of a baby, making readers wonder who he is and why he's special. Use vivid imagery, paint a picture with your words. Describe the setting or a character in a way that's vivid and intriguing. For example, the sky was a canvas of angry reds and purples as the storm rolled in, promising chaos. Introduce conflict early, let your readers know there's trouble ahead. George R.R. Martin does this in A Game of Thrones, where the opening scene shows the threat beyond the wall. Unique character traits. Introduce your protagonist with an interesting quirk or habit. Sherlock Holmes is memorable for his brilliant deductions and violin playing right from the start. Dialogue with impact. Start with a conversation that hints at bigger issues. Think about starting with a line like, "I can't believe we're doing this," which raises questions about what this is. Set up a juxtaposition. Show a contrast that catches the reader's eye. For instance, describe a peaceful village just before it's disrupted by a sudden disaster. Chapter 2: The Wandering Plot. Keep your story on track. A wandering plot can lose readers faster than you can say, plot twist. To keep your story on track, you need to maintain focus and direction. Outline your plot. Planning your story in advance can prevent it from going off course. J.R.R. Tolkien was known for his detailed outlines of Middle-earth, which helped keep The Lord of the Rings coherent and compelling. Set clear goals. Give your protagonist clear objectives. These goals drive the plot and keep the story moving forward. In The Hobbit, Bilbo's goal to help the dwarves reclaim their home keeps the plot focused. Introduce subplots wisely. Subplots should support the main plot, not distract from it. In Pride and Prejudice, the various romantic entanglements enrich the main story rather than overshadow it. Maintain pacing. Keep the momentum going. If your story slows down, readers might lose interest. Think of The Da Vinci Code, where Dan Brown keeps chapters short and the action brisk. Use checkpoints. Break your story into segments or chapters with clear purposes. Each part should advance the plot. For example, in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, each task of the Triwizard Tournament serves as a checkpoint, keeping the story on track. Character arcs. Ensure your characters are growing and changing in ways that support the plot. Katniss Everdeen's evolution in The Hunger Games is a good example. Her personal growth mirrors the story's progression. Avoid filler scenes. Every scene should serve a purpose. Ask yourself if a scene advances the plot, develops a character, or enhances the setting. If not, cut it. Revisit the main conflict. Regularly remind your audience of the main conflict. This keeps the stakes high and the plot focused. In The Martian, Mark Watney's struggle to survive on Mars is a constant thread. Feedback loops. Use feedback from beta readers or writing groups to identify wandering plots. They can provide fresh perspectives and point out areas where the story drags or loses focus. Chapter 3: Cardboard Characters. Breathe life into your cast. Flat characters can make a story feel dull and unengaging. Readers want to connect with characters who feel real and complex. Here are some strategies to breathe life into your cast. Give them goals and motivations. Every character should want something. In Breaking Bad, Walter White's desire to provide for his family drives his actions, making him a compelling character. Show, don't tell. Instead of telling the reader that a character is brave, show them through actions. In To Kill a Mockingbird, Atticus Finch's bravery is shown through his defense of Tom Robinson. Create flaws and strengths. Perfect characters are boring. Give them flaws to make them relatable. Harry Potter's impulsiveness often gets him into trouble, making him more human. Backstory is key. A well-developed backstory adds depth. In The Great Gatsby, Gatsby's mysterious past keeps readers intrigued and adds layers to his character. Distinctive voices. Each character should have a unique way of speaking. In Catch-22, Yossarian's cynical outlook contrasts sharply with the other characters, making his dialogue distinctive. Consistent behavior. Characters should act consistently according to their established traits. If they change, there should be a clear reason. Sherlock Holmes always relies on logic and deduction, staying true to his character. Dynamic relationships. Show how characters interact with others. Relationships can reveal a lot about a character. In Pride and Prejudice, Elizabeth Bennet's evolving relationship with Mr. Darcy reveals their complexities. Internal conflicts. Give characters internal struggles. This adds depth and makes them more relatable. Hamlet's indecision and internal conflict drive the plot of Hamlet. Physical descriptions matter. Describe characters in a way that reflects their personality. In Of Mice and Men, Steinbeck's description of Lenny as big and strong but gentle creates a vivid image. Evolve over time. Characters should grow and change throughout the story. In A Christmas Carol, Scrooge's transformation is central to the plot. Chapter 4, Saggy Middles. Keep the momentum alive. A story that drags in the middle can lose readers' interest. Keeping the momentum alive is crucial. Here are some strategies to avoid a saggy middle. Introduce new challenges. Keep things interesting by adding new obstacles. In The Odyssey, Odysseus faces new trials in every chapter, maintaining suspense. Raise the stakes. Increase the tension and stakes as the story progresses. In The Hunger Games, the challenges Katniss faces become more dangerous, keeping readers hooked. Reveal secrets and twists. Unveil secrets or plot twists to surprise readers. In Gone Girl, the mid-story twist changes everything, revitalizing the plot. Develop subplots. Use subplots to add depth and keep the story moving. In The Lord of the Rings, the subplot of Aragorn's return to the throne enriches the main plot. Shift perspectives. Change the point of view to keep things fresh. George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire series shifts perspectives to maintain interest. Flashbacks and backstory. Use flashbacks to reveal important backstory elements. In Lost, flashbacks are used effectively to add depth to characters and the main plot. Introduce new characters. Bring in new characters to add fresh dynamics. In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the introduction of Sirius Black adds intrigue and excitement. Keep scenes short and focused. Avoid long, drawn-out scenes. Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code keeps chapters short, maintaining a fast pace. Use cliffhangers. End chapters or scenes with cliffhangers to keep readers eager to continue. This technique is common in serials and works well to maintain interest. Maintain emotional engagement. Keep readers emotionally invested in the characters. In The Fault in Our Stars, John Green keeps readers emotionally engaged through the ups and downs of the character's journey. Chapter 5, Predictable Twists. Surprise and delight your audience. Predictable twists can make a story feel stale and boring. Readers love surprises, so it's crucial to keep them guessing. Here are some strategies to create unexpected and delightful twists. Foreshadowing. Plant subtle hints early in the story. In Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, the revelation about Scabbers is foreshadowed, making the twist both surprising and believable. Subvert expectations. Lead readers to expect one thing, then deliver another. In Gone Girl, Gillian Flynn leads readers to believe one thing about Amy, only to completely upend those expectations midway through the book. Red herrings. Use false clues to mislead readers. Agatha Christie is a master of this, often pointing readers towards the wrong suspect in her mysteries. Character depth. ensure your characters are complex enough to surprise readers with their actions. In Breaking Bad, Walter White's transformation from a mild-mannered teacher to a drug kingpin is both shocking and compelling. Unexpected connections reveal hidden relationships between characters. In Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, the revelation that Darth Vader is Luke's father is an iconic twist that adds depth to the story. Reversals change the direction of the story suddenly. In The Sixth Sense, the twist that the main character has been dead all along is a classic example of a well-executed reversal. Hidden motivations reveal a character's true motives late in the story. In Game of Thrones, many characters' true loyalties and motivations are revealed over time, adding layers to the plot. Plot layers introduce multiple layers to the plot that can unravel in surprising ways. In Inception, the layered dreams create a complex plot with numerous twists and turns. Use real-world inspirations. Sometimes, the most surprising twists are inspired by real events. Authors like Michael Crichton often used real scientific concepts to craft unexpected plot developments. Keep it plausible. While twists should be surprising, they must also be believable within the story's context. J.K. Rowling's twists in the Harry Potter series work because they are well integrated into the plot's logic. Chapter 6. Anticlimactic endings deliver a satisfying conclusion. A weak ending can ruin an otherwise great story. It's important to finish strong and leave your readers satisfied. Here are some strategies to craft a powerful ending. Resolve main conflicts. Ensure the main conflict is fully resolved. In The Lord of the Rings, the destruction of the One Ring brings the central conflict to a satisfying conclusion. Tie up loose ends. Address any subplots and secondary conflicts. In Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen ensures all romantic entanglements are resolved by the end. Emotional payoff. Provide an emotional resolution that feels earned. In The Fault in Our Stars, the ending is both heartbreaking and hopeful, giving readers a powerful emotional experience. Character growth. Show how characters have changed and grown. In The Great Gatsby, Nick Carraway's final reflections show his growth and disillusionment. Circular structure. Bring the story full circle. In To Kill a Mockingbird, the story ends where it began, with Scout reflecting on her father's lessons. Unexpected yet inevitable. The ending should feel both surprising and inevitable. In The Sixth Sense, the twist ending is shocking, but in hindsight, it makes perfect sense. Cliffhangers for series. If writing a series, a cliffhanger can keep readers eager for the next installment. The Hunger Games ends with a cliffhanger that makes readers desperate for the next book. Symbolic resolution. Use symbolism to add depth to the ending. In Life of Pi, the final reveal forces readers to question the nature of storytelling and reality. Satisfy genre expectations. Ensure the ending fits the genre's conventions. A mystery should solve the crime, a romance should resolve the romantic conflict, and so on. Reader satisfaction. Ultimately, think about what will satisfy your readers. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, the final battle between Harry and Voldemort provides the resolution fans had been waiting for,